I just realized I wasn't recording this. Initial velocity, 0. Is it nice when the initial velocity is 0? Yeah, for sure it is. 1/2 acceleration of 3.3 t squared. Oh. So do you want me to put this in here?
Yeah.
What's that going to do to it? Going to give me 0. Yeah. As soon as the initial velocity is 0, I'm already doing 0 times whatever the time is in my head, and it's saying it's 0, right? You don't have to put the 7.5. It's 0. No, I'm glad you said it, because then I can point it out. No problem. It's a good point. Okay, I can't do this part in my head. Okay, 92.8. I looked on the sheet. Make sure you go, and you should try this on your calculator, make sure you know how to use your calculator. 0.5 times 3.3 times 7.5 squared equals, if you don't hit equals, what do you get? You're just going to get 7.5 squared. Got to hit equals. Okay? Got to hit equals. You can do that too. Does that make you feel better when you do it backwards? Yeah, that's okay. Part B, how far would it have moved if it had started at 4 meters per second rather than rest? So all this is just a way to show you how to use this formula if the initial velocity is not 0. So VIT plus 1/2 AT squared. Initial velocity is 4, 7.5, 1/2, acceleration 3.3, 7.5 squared. I tend to have these two numbers together written down, but in this case I don't. So it's 122.8. And why? Well, because it was going at initial speed before, right? So that's it. Huh? 2830. How do you multiply 4 by 7.5 in your head? No, what are the steps to do it in your head? 4 times 7, 7 times 4, 28. And then we got another half of 4 is 2, 28 plus 2. 30. Want to try one? Try this one. There's lots of room. This one's easy. There's tons of room. Draw a line down the middle if you want. Try it on the left. If you need to write the right answer down, you can put it on the right. There's lots of room. I'm going to go mark attempts. Acceleration is 1.4. VI is 0. What distance? Solving for D. VF is 7. Which one has A, VI, D, and VF in it? I heard Megan say we don't even have the time. That's why we went through all that ordeal yesterday, so we could solve questions without time.
Oh no.
You didn't say that? Okay, I apologize. I thought I heard it was you. VF squared equals VI squared plus 2AD. Final velocity is 7 squared. Initial velocity 0. 2, acceleration of 1.4. Solve for D. 7 squared is 49. 2 times 1.4 is 2.8. Divide by 2.8. Tell me you got it right, Dan.
Yeah. No, I don't think he did. See him right?
Okay, we did 2 steps.
Yeah, we did.
What 2 steps did you do, girls?
First 2.
Oh, okay. But, oh, you solve for time?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, this one is for when there's no time. Yeah. That's why it's example, right? This is the learning part. No problem. Do you want to try part 4 now? That worked pretty good. So again, try part 4. I'll give you a hint. This one is 2 steps. If you want to draw a line down the middle, there's plenty of room for your answer on the left and then I'll show you the answer on the right. I'll wait a couple minutes. Starting from rest, you gotta read, right? That's not a number that's gonna jump out, so you gotta realize that VI is 0 there. Acceleration 1.6, the distance is 1600 of the runway. What is the speed upon takeoff? So we're solving for VF.
I don't think it's 5,000.
VF squared equals VI squared plus 2AD, and I picked this one because Shelby spotted it right away. She said I have to square root the VF, right? So I wanted to do this one so that you would see that. So VF squared, the VI is 0. Do I have to put the squared? Can if you want. 0 squared is still 0. 2 times A, 1.6, 1600. So VF squared is 2 times 1.6 times 1600, which is 5120? Okay. So to get VF, what do you have to do? Square root both sides. I don't usually write that square root both sides. Some textbooks, or I know math books, sometimes write SBS. That's BS, that's square both sides, or square root both sides. So square root that, and you get 71.5 meters per second. What is the time required for takeoff? I'll maybe put it down here, I got room. So now you can go, there's a couple ways to do it, right? You could use VF equals VI plus AT, that would work. You could use D equals VIT plus a half AT squared, that will work. You could probably figure out the average velocity and use that one as well too, right? You could go V bar equals VI plus VF over 2, and then V bar equals D over T. That's VF.
No, that's B.
That's part B, yeah. Okay. Part B. Either way you do it, you should get a time of 44.7. Is that what you got, Hannah?
Yes, sir.
Does that seem reasonable to you? Have you ever been in a plane? 45 seconds to reach takeoff speed? 45 seconds is a long time. Like, I'm thinking, what would be the time from like you initially start accelerating to actually lifting off the ground? I want on a plane. What would be your estimate? You'll time it? I actually, last spring break, we were on a flight and I'm like, oh, I've been meaning to do this. So it's like about 15 seconds. Okay, so which one of those numbers do you think is not accurate? Is an acceleration of 1.6 what a plane might be, do you think? Seems a little low, eh? Like, I mean, a plane's not like a motorbike where it just goes 0 to 100 in no time, right? Plane takes a while to get up to speed, right? So the acceleration is low. But I think at 1.6 is kind of low. 1,600 meters, that's like a whole mile. Would that be how long a runway would be?
Yeah.
You think it'd be less or more? Think about just the runways out there that are off an airport. They'd be almost a mile long, wouldn't they? Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. I think this number's too low. It should probably be about 3 or 4 times that. I looked it up once, I couldn't find it. Anyways. Okay, so I'm done. You guys, I'm sure, are done listening to me. You have that problem pack from me yesterday. You can start on those. The first sort of set of problems are sort of beginner warm-up kind of ones. Use those for that. If everyone's here tomorrow, then I will do both examples tomorrow.
Wait,
Those, yes, I have that. Okay, so in that problem packet yesterday with the train on it, remember the first page and a half are just sort of like thinking concept questions. You open it up. The bottom of that first one there, it says the following problems are a review of 30S concepts. So do the first 2 or 3 if you're like, oh yeah, no problem. Skip ahead. Okay? They are rated. Degree of difficulty, level 1, level 2. There's one level 3 one, which is number 9, if you want to try that as a challenge. Okay, when it says these problems are more of a 40S style, again, they're level, degree of difficulty 1, 2, and 3. You should do, I always insist, kind of, that everyone try number 15. And that's sort of, if you can do 15, you're good to go. You do as many as you need to get yourself comfortable. If that means all of them, no. No. It's just, this is your time. I'm pushing you towards that post-secondary, right? You got to figure out how much to do to get yourself ready. As always, answers are there. QR code. You guys all saw the QR codes last year, right? If you don't know how to use them, get a QR code reader on your phone, scan it, boom, right to the answers. Solutions, not it. You need that, yes. QR reader. It works awesome. Okay. They're also available on Schoology, and they're also those solutions available in the white binder right here. So in class you can use this, you can use your phone for the solutions as well. So you got the rest of this period. Nicholas, I'm going to come see you about stuff like this. And again, if everyone's here tomorrow, I'll do book exams tomorrow. If there are people away, I'll probably wait for Friday. I'm not sure what card it is. Okay, I'll put this in order here for you. Well, we just sort of do what we've done. We've had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? So Monday, all weekday class. First couple days are really I know they don't. So usually like. No. This is the first one. Okay. Easy one. Okay. We probably won't have school. Oh, sure. Did you get your book? Did they give you a pink form? Okay. Oh, pink form. Oh, yeah. Okay, so pink form is only that way, this for that, right? So that goes back to so every day, okay, use this time, you guys. Don't just visit.